Hi and welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing you a Project Life spread for 2017, and for this I'm using the Citrus Twist December kit. Now I did initially think that I was going to use the November kit for this one, however there were quite a few phrases in this December kit that worked, and also there was this grid paper. So all I'm using is a white paper with a plain grid line, and initially I wanted to get my story in. So these photos were all taken by, well, the first half of the photos were all taken by myself. The second half were taken when my daughter and her friend went to Sankey Valley Park when I wasn't there, and they decided to recreate the photos that we'd taken 4 years ago. So the first thing I wanted to do was get the journaling down about this, and I've got that Kate and Alice went to Sankey Valley Park today, and this was on the 14th of May 2017, and decided to recreate photos from when we went out for a day in the park on the 6th of June 2013. They've grown up so much in 4 years, and it was at that point that I decided to, rather than have the photo at the bottom and just the journaling above, to actually split the journaling up between the two. So then I've carried on with it's good that they're still friends after all this time. And then I've got having known each other since nursery and now being in high school, may this friendship continue on. And at the moment, while this video seems to pause, is me just double checking with my daughter that they have known each other since nursery before I go and write it on this paper. A couple of times I did seem to pause in the journaling as well, and that was while I went and checked the dates that these photos were taken, so I could make sure that they got on. So really, there was only one piece of paper that I was going to use for this. However, there were a few embellishments. So what made me go for this kit was the likes of possibly Ready for New Year embellishments, but we had one that said Now and then we had one that said Here and Now, and then I did use another, so they were both puffy stickers, sorry, and then I did decide to use this die cut that said Shenanigans Afoot. Because quite often that can happen when you have got the two of them together. So what I'm doing here, just slightly off screen, is I'm just cutting a little fishtail into this little banner so that I can attach that up to the top. And then it was at this point that I realised, hang on, I'm supposed to stitch and stamp on every single photo, on every single spread, sorry. And here I have a layout that is quite a small pocket page anyway. It is covered in photos completely. I've had to cut down the picture of my daughter to be able to get my journaling in. Where am I going to stitch and where am I going to stamp? Because I've already stapled on the two puffy labels. So what I'm doing at the moment is trying to find a stamp that will go with this layout. I did think of using one of the new ones that I've picked up from AliExpress, but then I did spot that there was a little arrow on one of these Citrus Twist ones that I've got. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm just going to put a little arrow under Shenanigans Afoot pointing towards the girls. And then for my stitching, I'm quite simply just going to stitch that little flag piece onto the photos. So I've not stopped in my challenge in any way. I still have managed to achieve it. I did look at putting another stamp on that said Best Friend, and that's from Felicity Jane. However, I couldn't quite find a place where it would suit on the photos. So I'm going to disappear off and stitch that flag, and that is going to be the last piece I do on this layout. Oh no, sorry, it's not. I do end up adding a little bit of colour to it. But with that many photos, especially when they're busy photos, it can be quite hard to add embellishments. There were spaces in the photos I could. However, if I did, it would make the whole lot look a lot busier. So it's here, once I've shown you a quick brief look over, that I do decide I want to add a little something else. And I did look at the puffy hearts that we got in this kit, However, I felt they weren't the right shape heart, if that makes sense, to go in this space. So what I did do was I just pulled out some little heart shapes I've got from Kaiser and just popped 2 little hearts, and that is that all done. So thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.